Oh my goodness. Speaking of coming off your first read, this play, yeah, if you're a Bama fan, you gotta be excited. So he starts out receiving the snap, looking to his right, immediately comes off of that, and he looks at this route coming back at his left. It's obviously covered, so he points him upfield. Easy 60-yard touchdown. You see right here, I'll draw an arrow to it. He is looking at the right side of the field, breaks off of it, comes to the stop route at about the 45-yard line. It's covered, and then he runs past the DB. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Friday. Hope all of you had a great week. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, it's been a minute since we've talked about the Alabama Crimson Tide. I don't know if it's just me, but the month of June has flown by. July 4th is only a couple weeks away. And like I told you guys to start the offseason, you're going to go to the pool a couple times. You're going to go to a cookout, maybe go to the lake. And next thing you know, you're going to look up. It's late August and football season is here. We are essentially right at 9 weeks away until college football season. What about that? I'm telling you, you only got a couple more times of going to a lake, pool, going to a cookout barbecue, and it's going to be here, trust me. Enjoy the summer while you can. With that being said, we don't really got to talk about Alabama, the team itself, too much in today's video. We're here to talk about their new quarterback recruit who is unreal. By the way, we're not doing no intro, none of that. We're getting straight into this video. I don't got time to waste. You don't got time to waste either. For those of you that haven't heard the news, recently Alabama got a new quarterback recruit that goes by the name of Keelan Russell. To give you some more insight on this young man, he was committed to SMU and most people thought he was a lock to go there. Next thing you know, Kalen DeBoer works his magic on the recruiting trail, and Keelan Russell, he flips and commits to Bama. Before we go any farther and before I forget, I gotta say this while I'm thinking about it. I hate I waited this long to make the video on him because when he flipped Alabama a couple weeks ago, I wanted to make a video then and I meant to, but I continued to just push it off, so that's on me. Some of you may say, well, Matt, it's not that big of a deal. It's the off season. You didn't really need to come out with this video 2 weeks ago, and I beg to differ because now it seems like I'm jumping on the hype train, and you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. Or actually, you're going to see what I'm talking about right now. I guess that leads me to my next point perfectly. Yesterday, Keelan Russell won the Elite 11 MVP. If you are a college football fan to the slightest, number one, you know what the Elite 11 is, and number two, you know how prestigious that award is. To win the Elite 11 MVP in other terms here, you are the best of the best. Plain and as simple as that. As you can see right here on this report, the last Alabama quarterback to win the Elite 11 was no other than Mr. Tua Tagovailoa. And yeah, we remember how that panned out for Alabama. Pretty good. And why I'm kicking myself in the butt is because now, yeah, it's really popular, like I said, to jump on the hype train and state the obvious. Yeah, this kid, he's really good. But to tell you the truth, my opinion on him 3 to 4 weeks ago is the same opinion I have on him now. You might also assume, oh, well, since he won the Elite 11, he's a 5-star recruit. But he's not. He's only a 4-star. For now, at least. There is some speculation going around that he might pick up that 5th star relatively soon. With all that being said, though, why don't we take a look at Mr. Keelan Russell's highlights and let his game speak for itself. I ain't going to hold you. I've seen the first 40 to 50 seconds of these highlights, but after that, you're going to be getting my live reaction. So let's just get straight into it.
Game no more. J35 2018, let's go.
Hold on. Is he like that? And when I say like that, let me clarify here. Kind of looking like a Lamar Jackson type of player, at least in the open field. All right, got a nice little cannon there. Threw it from the 30 to the 30. They ain't bad at all. They ain't bad.
Yeah.
This boy got a hit.
No one knew cause they be faking. Yeah, it's time for me to cut the grass, get rid of snakes, man. I've been doing good for a while in my lane, yeah. They all tryna be me, they all tryna ride my wave, yeah. No one knew cause they be faking. Yeah, it's time for me to cut the grass, get rid of snakes, man. I've been doing good for a while in my lane, yeah. They all tryna be me, they all tryna ride my wave, yeah.
Man, I can't get over that. Those long strides and the way he runs, the way his body moves, reminds me of Lamar.
Cause I got bands on me and I got them fans on me. I got that preem on me and I got that green on me. I got them racks on me, you better step back on me.
Nah, man, I'm thinking just immediate reaction here. This guy's gonna be a problem.
Game MVP, I got a plaque on me. Step back, check the numbers. You can't get out of 1K, I got 100. I ain't even really trying to flex, boy, I'm just stunning. 256, this my shit, yeah, that's on us. New whip, and you know that bitch foreign. Yeah, I had to cut that hoe off, cause she boring. She ain't even text me, she just always stay calling. Goodbye, you no longer my problem, cause you a
Wow. That's a pro level throw. Hitting that out route when he knows he's about to get lit up. Yeah, that's really impressive for a high school quarterback.
Switch sides at lane, switch out ball like Calvin Cambridge. She just used me for some clout, trying to be famous.
That was a nice read option where he hit the slant route across the middle. From what I can tell, just from these highlights, granted, they're highlights, so you're not going to see a lot of bad throws. He's an accurate passer. Oh, man. Oh, whew. I don't think a lot of people understand how difficult of a pass that is. Right-handed quarterback rolling to his left, had to completely turn his body and fit it in the back left corner of the end zone. That's nasty. There's nothing really flashy about that play, and what's scary about it for defenses is he made it look easy. This dude's something serious. The one thing that's jumping off the board to me is how quick his decision-making is, and that's why, number one, he won the Elite 11, and number two, I think he's going to be successful at the collegiate and more than likely the NFL level. What made Tua so good at Alabama was, yeah, he was a great passer, extremely accurate, but his decision-making. That's why he was a better fit than Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts, number one, didn't read defenses as well and read them as fast, but number two, the way Alabama's offense was set up, you needed to get the ball out quick to the playmakers, and that's what Tua was great at. And it looks like that's what Keelan Russell's good at. And I'm not just talking about his passing. I'm talking about with his runs. He doesn't hesitate. He's either passing, running. It's all happening within 2 or 3 seconds of receiving the snap. Whew, that is a beauty of a throw. I'm going to continue to go back to this. As soon as he catches that ball, he knows where he wants to go with the football. You could say one knock on him is, oh, well, Matt, I haven't seen him come off of that first read, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, buddy, but at the high school level and college level, more times than not, when you're throwing to 5-star wide receivers, you don't got to come off of that first read. That's why Tua was extremely successful at Alabama and why he has slightly struggled in the NFL. Oh my goodness, speaking of coming off your first read, this play, yeah, if you're a Bama fan, you got to be excited. So he starts out receiving the snap, looking to his right, immediately comes off of that, and he looks at this route coming back at his left. It's obviously covered, so he points him upfield. Easy 60-yard touchdown. You see right here, I'll draw an arrow to it. He is looking at the right side of the field, breaks off of it, comes to the stop route at about the 45-yard line. It's covered, and then he runs past the DB. I guess Keelan Russell heard me talking about not coming off of that first read, and it's nice to see he can do that.
Yeah, it's time for me to cut the grass, get rid of snakes, man. I've been doing good for a while in my lane, yeah. They all trying to beat me, they all...
It seems like I'm just D-riding this guy. But you have to understand, I'm going to say great things about him because this right here, if he can do this at Alabama, I don't know who's going to stop him. He made 2 dudes completely whiffed and threw a bullet 30-yard pass. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Jalen Milroe. He's a really good passer of the football, an underrated passer at that. He needs more credit and more respect. But the way this guy throws the football, it just looks silky smooth. I think why it doesn't look so smooth with Milroe is he's so built and so buff. At times it kind of looks, I don't want to say awkward, but you know, like those short, stocky guys that walk around at the gym and whatnot, it just looks sort of painful-ish. But with Russell here, he's got that skinnier body frame, so it just looks a little more smooth, at least in my humble opinion. One thing too I've picked up on, his throwing mechanics, really good.
Trying to ride my wave, yeah. No one knew cause they be faking. Yeah, it's time for me to cut the grass, get rid of snakes, man. I've been doing good for a while in my lane, yeah. They all trying to...
It just doesn't get too much better than that. I know. You're gonna have people say, Matt, come on, brother. That was a 10-yard slant route. That pass is harder than what most people think because you have got to hit the receiver in stride, and he did that.
Beat me, they all trying to ride my wave, yeah. Cause I got bands on me, and I got them fans on me. I got that preem on me, and I got that green on me. I got them racks on me, you better step back on me. Rap game MVP, I got a plaque on me. Step back, check the numbers. You can't get out of 1K, I got 100. I ain't even really trying to flex, boy, I'm just stunning. 256, yeah, that's on us.
more. J35 2018, let's go.
Hold on. Go back to that. Stepping up in the pocket. That play, I know the receiver is open, but that's a pro-level pass. He throws the ball with so much zip and velocity.
Yeah.
This boy got a hit.
Nice little run there. Something like, what we got here? Dropping back at the 50. Look like he's going to launch that thing. He's going to the end zone. Oh! Got it. Touchdown. All right, that's enough of the highlights, I think, at the point, and I'll continue to show you more in the background here. But, man, this guy can play. Some would say, well, Matt, you sound dumb, buddy. Of course he can play. He's a 4-star recruit. He won the Elite 11. Heading into this video, I thought his highlights were going to be good, but, man, he looks almost flawless. Obviously, he's an athlete. He's going to be hard to tackle, but his throwing motion, really good. He's accurate. He can hit the short passes, the deep passes. Like I said, I don't see a flaw in his game, and I hate to say that, but what would you say the flaw in his game is? Reads defense as well, can get through his progressions. I don't know what you would point to and say, oh yeah, he's not good at that. Has pretty good arm strength. He was throwing 50 and 60-yard ropes like it was nothing. I'm trying, I really am. I'm looking for something to point to and say he needs to work on that or he needs to get better at it, but I don't know what I'd say. Let's go to his Instagram. I want to see what he's got on there. And by the way, feel free to follow his Instagram. I'll pop it up on the screen for you right here. And by the way, to Keelan Russell, if you're somehow, someway seeing this video, my brother, congrats on winning the Elite 11 MVP. Speaking of Elite 11 MVP, he didn't waste any time whatsoever. He already added that to his bio. I don't blame him for that one bit, and yeah, I really don't see too much else on his Instagram. But yeah, this is the new Alabama quarterback recruit. Y'all go shoot my boy a follow, and that's all I got for y'all. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. But